screen's just black. Okay, now we're good. My gosh. My gosh. My gosh. Alrighty, we're good now. Alright, let me see. Add products from showcase. What is up, guys? Good morning. It is 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time where I am at. And I am coming to you live so that we can talk about our product. Make sure we look good on this, or this end kind of looks good in itself. But let me see. Like it's gonna be like going to yoga class. But anyway, hold on. So this junk don't act right. We going live on my phone. I'm not playing with this thing today. Hi guys. Good morning. I don't know if you guys ever went to sleep, but it's 3 a.m. where I'm at, and yeah. Just give me a second. But anyway, essentially though, welcome guys to my live. My name is Diamond Monroe. I am the CEO and founder of this beautiful company, Diamond Monroe Organics. And in this live, essentially, I'll be talking about the beautiful product that you see pinned down below. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the three different products. Well, the three different sizes on our screen. Okay, so these are all the same product. It's just three different sizes. So I'm gonna present you with our largest size bottle, which is an 8-ounce bottle, a 4-ounce bottle, and then I'm gonna present you with our travel size bottle. So our 8-ounce bottle is gonna last you about 4 to 6 months. 4-ounce bottle gonna last you about 2 to 3, and travel size gonna last you about a couple weeks in the house. Okay, but essentially, before I show you, well, after I show you guys this, I want to talk about my story and how I got here. Right, so this right here is our 8-ounce bottle. She's gonna last you around like 4 to 6 months. I want her to clear up so that way you guys can see her in a, it's a decent sized bottle, so she's like pretty large. Essentially, this is a Ruach hair oil. That's the name of her, but she's a follicle stimulating formula. So if in turn you deal with like any type of like follicle issues where your hair is struggling to thicken up, or it's like balding in certain areas, I believe that this product may be your answer if in turn you sit and listen back on the story that I'm about to tell you after I show you these sizes. But this is our 4-ounce bottle. Now, obviously, this is my bottle and what I utilize for right now. My bottle for right now is what I meant to say. But this one right here is gonna last you about 2 to 3 months. And this is our travel size bottle. She's gonna last you about a couple weeks in the home, max of 2 weeks, if not shorter, because I did create her for traveling purposes. But anywho, before I get started, I did want to give you guys a rundown of my story. So whenever I was 14 years old, I suffered from heat damage, and when suffering from this heat damage, there was nothing on the market that was bringing my hair back. So what I had to do was I had to get in the kitchen and begin to mix up products of my own. And so when I did this, I noticed that there was a difference in my hair, but it wasn't enough to say like, hey, my heat damage is completely gone. So I had to be consistent. I want to say about a year and a half later down the road, when I decided to blow dry my hair during COVID, I noticed that it was not only bigger, but healthier and thicker and stronger than I had ever seen it before. And so from there, I had posted my hair on Snapchat with all my peers and stuff like that. And that's when people began to slide up, ask me what it is that what it is that I did to grow my hair back. And so I was giving them a rundown of what they could do for themselves. And around does it help with fallout due to menopause? Yeah, and actually I'm about to explain that story because my mom's going through perimenopause right now. I know you're probably familiar with that, but she's going through that right now, and I gave her my routine that I'm about to give y'all, and her hair's been thickening up, right? So let me move forward with my story, and I'm gonna get to like explanations and more of the questions too that are asked down below. So for the ones that are watching, feel free to ask any questions that you have. That way I can address them as soon as this live is over. Not live, I'm sorry, as soon as the story is over. But essentially, moving forward, I was giving them all these ingredients that, I was putting in my hair. And I was like, hey, this is what you could try, this is what you could try, right? And mind you, the ingredients that I'm telling them is in this follicle stimulating formula right here. And so after around the 8th, 10th person, I halted and I stopped myself. I was like, oh my gosh, this is my business. So I started my company about a month later, sold out the very first day just off of word of mouth in Snapchat stories, okay? And so my business just began to grow widespread as people began to come out about their before and afters and stuff like that. So people were genuinely excited about what they were seeing on their head, something they had never seen before. And so I was excited for them. And so as I began to repost them, people began to follow me. And it was just like this large thing where, oh my gosh, Diamond, the basketball player, is selling the oil that basically, helped, could help transform hairs, right? And so it was transforming everybody's hair in the city, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy, right? And so about a few months later, after everything was at an all-time high, I brought it down to a low because I decided to make a dumb move and decision because I would call it a dumb moving decision only because my cosmetologist told me not to do this after what I had recovered from. And so I colored my hair this like blonde golden color, and it broke my hair clean off all over again as if I never did anything in the first place. So I had to start over. And so when I started over, it was the year of 2021. I was a freshman going into my first college career year, and I had tore my ACL, so it was like a down year for me. And I remember it like it was yesterday. And so with me losing my hair, along with going with that, was like a lot of mental insecurities and stuff like that. It was a lot going on, and so it took me about 2 years to grow that color completely out. So mind you, I always tell individuals I never did big chops. I slowly just grew my hair out. And so that's something that some people like find it hard to believe, but it's like, you know what I mean? It's doable, right? I did it. So it took me 2 years to grow the color completely out. So by 2023, my color was completely gone. And I, not only noticed that my color was gone, but the density, the length, the thickness, everything that I had gathered along, those lines of recovering my hair back from my heat damage, I had lost. And so when seeing that, I was like, you know what, just continue to roll with the punches, because you got yourself in this situation. Just keep on rolling, keep on rolling. And I want to say by 2023, my ultimate goal was to say, hey, get your hair back to what it originally looked like post heat damage. And so it's safe to say that I did that. I usually have a picture up that shows you guys. Right now I don't know why it's not showing, but it's something with my systems right now. It's just it's acting real weird. But anyway, so that's my story. So I suffered from two different damages, and I brought my hair back twice. I usually have a photo up, but it's just not up to date, and I just got my camera working. But essentially, I did want to go ahead and just go over the first question that was asked in the chat. So again, for the ones that are joining, good morning. My name is Diamond Monroe. I'm the CEO and founder of this company, and so I'm just here just answering questions along with explaining more of the product at this in this early a.m. It's Eastern Standard Time where I'm at, and it's like real early, so the whole house is asleep, and I'm just sitting here just like trying not to be as loud. But first things first, somebody said, does it help with fallout due to menopause? Now I want to go over the results tab with you whenever I go over the instructions, after I go over the instructions. So essentially, you're not going to utilize this oil every day. It's going to be every other day. So case for an example, if we decide to utilize on Monday, right, we're not going to utilize on Tuesday. Utilize again on Wednesday, but we're not going to utilize on Thursday. Utilize again on Friday, but we're not going to utilize on Saturday. We're going to utilize every other day, not every day. And even on those specified days, we're going to make sure we range around our head size. So if we have a small head size, apply 5 to 7 droppers full each and every time. Medium head size, 6 to 8 droppers full. Larger head size, 9 to 12 droppers full, right? And after every application, you're going to want to make sure you must massage for 5 to 6 minutes minimum, non-negotiable. That gets that blood flow stimulating a little bit extra, okay? And so that's the instructions on how to utilize it. But when it comes to basically the time frame when you should start seeing something, that's where I get most excited, because these are what I've seen over the years based on statistics of before and afters and all that jazz. Okay, so first things first, I know you talked about menopause and basically your hair falling out. So basically, essentially shedding. Okay, and so this falls under the category of appearance of baby hairs, which is improvements of the hair, and which you should start seeing first. Well, actually, appearance of baby hairs and like decrease of shedding. So listen up when I say this. So if in turn you are somebody that is looking for that level of improvement, I would say that'll take you around like a week to 4 weeks to start seeing, right? And so the improvements make up of for one, it makes up of decrease of shedding, second is increase of thickness, and then third is the appearance of baby hairs. So this is what you should start seeing from 1 to 4 weeks. Okay, so first things first, let's go over your decrease of shedding. So if you're somebody who's dealing with shedding because of menopause, right, I would confidently tell you, give this product a shot. All right, I had 3 women unexpectedly. This was not planned. These were 3 women that didn't even know each other. They came through my live one by one. I'm gonna get to your question in just a second, buddy, that I see in the chat right there. Okay, but they came one by one, and they were saying like, hey, my hair has stopped shedding utilizing this product. I'm like, okay, cool, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's something I didn't know my product could do, right? Moving along with my live and just continue to explain the product to the people who are joining and introducing myself, right? Second person comes to my live and said the same exact thing, and I'm like, okay, was this like, what is this? You know what I mean? At that point, I'm thinking something's up, because this is something I never noted my product could do, right? I was always saying like, oh, it enhances thinning areas and promotes stimulation. It does this, it does that, but I never said stuff like, oh, decrease of shedding. No, I recently just started saying that because I was reading the reviews, I want to say 2 days ago, and somebody else said it. And so I found somebody chatting in my comment section. I screenshot it, but I can't find the screenshot, forgive me. But she was basically saying whenever she washes now, her hair does not shed as much as it used to. And so that's something that threw me for a loop again, because I did not know my product could do that. So decrease of shedding is an important improvement. Alrighty. Second on that list is increase of thickness. So I usually have a photo up that shows you guys like what my hair looks like. But and there's this testimonial that I have on my monitor screen right now, but it's not showing up on here. But it's a lady's 6 month difference. I recently just posted her testimonial, and her hair looks so much fuller and thicker. She did a big chop, and I guess because her previous state of her hair was like unhealthy, right? And so it's, I would say personally, when it comes to thickness, I would include that as an improvement. But it's something people throw under the bus a lot, because you have to understand, without the thickness, the length wouldn't really mean as much, right? So you have to understand the thickness is the like the driver for length in any world possible, okay? And so if in turn you saw my hair and if it was on the screen, you'd be like, okay, that's a lot of hair, but it wouldn't look that way. You would perceive it that way if in turn my thickness wasn't there. You get what I'm saying? So like increase of thickness is a big improvement. Last thing on that list I want to say is the appearance of baby hair. So let's say you had a wig on and it basically ripped out your edges, right? You started utilizing this product, you started seeing peach fuzz come back from like a week to 4 weeks, right? Those are improvements, alrighty? Now, I'm not saying that's all you're gonna see within a week or that time frame, but you just never know with this product. I never know with this product. So, but I cannot, anytime I talk about stuff like this, I cannot make any guarantees because my product isn't a drug. Alrighty. And so, I can't make any claims, but you can hear through my non claims what the product could do based off of the testimonials that I'm telling you to go and look at on my page already. Alrighty. And so that's all that includes the improvements tab. Last thing on that list, when it comes to the results, I want to say is the inches. Pretty self-explanatory. Should take you around like a month and a half to two to start seeing, but commonly what I've seen over the past 6 to 7 years that I have been selling the product, I've seen people come back around like a month to a month and a half commonly. Okay, that's the people that remember to take pictures. Okay, so yeah, so I hope that helped you. If I need to go over how to utilize again, let me know for the people in the chat. But somebody else had a question. I want to separate the two because I don't know why. Okay, I have. Okay, I don't even know what that is. Autoimmune deficiency. I really going through. You're really going through. I've never heard of that. Now, since you said you do have a condition, I want to note again, my product's not a drug. It's not meant to cure or treat anything of any kind. But I will say, give it a shot if you want to. It's a follicle stimulating formula. So everything that I put in the product is meant to jump the dead follicles back to life. Okay, so it's almost like, think of a defibrillator, right? That thing that clear, you know what I'm saying? That kind of thing, right? And so I put that in a bottle for your follicles. Does that make sense? All natural and organic. Alrighty. So again, enhances thinning areas, promotes stimulation, and boosts hair thickness for all hair types. I hope Jones and Miss Rita heard me regarding both of those explanations. But I've never heard of that before. What commonly people come through my live and talk about is what's seborrheic dermatitis, and so my brother has seborrheic dermatitis. If you don't know what that is, basically like a I would say it's a yeast on the skin that creates a lot of dandruff. And I don't know if that's similar to what you have, and I don't want to make any assumptions, but he utilizes it. It doesn't bother him. Like I said before, no parabens, no chemicals, no nothing. But you have to make sure. I think what raises red flags when it comes to people with certain sensitive conditions is, like eczema and stuff like that. Is like, I asked him, have you utilized peppermint oil on your scalp? That's what I asked. Have you utilized peppermint oil ever on your scalp? And if you say no, then you should be good to go. But you know, I do want to ensure. Hold on, let me make sure this vertical screen transition is. Hold on, give me a second. Who? Let me see. Let me see. No, but I do want to ensure that you guys like note, like, hey, like, if in turn you do have deficiencies of any kind, you just have to keep in mind that also, I didn't mention this, if in turn you have any deficiencies though, please know, I'd say the improvement should take you around like a week to 4 weeks to start seeing, but it may take you 5 if when it comes to the improvements, if in turn you deal with something like excessive, you know what I mean, like that's like excessive shedding, you know what I mean, or but commonly again it's around like 2.5 to 3 week mark people start seeing their improvements come in. But let me see, did I miss anybody's question? But I answered Miss Rita and I answered Jones, and I hope that was good enough. But I'm trying to put this picture up, y'all. It's like really, really hard. Let me see. Vertical scene 2. I'm not a doctor. I'm not. I just. Oh shoot. Hold on, y'all. I messed something up. Hold on. I messed something up. Ah shoot. I did not mean to do that. Hold on, let me close these docs real quick. Can y'all see me? Hold on, give me a second. My thing disappeared. What happened? Um, you can't see me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on, give me a second. Which one? It's all the same, but if you can still hear me, it's all the same product. You just what the freak happened? Hold on. It's all the same product. What you do is you just, if in turn, you want to hold on, y'all, give me a second. This is bugging. Oh, it's late. Hello. I know it's late, girl. Hold on, give me a second. I'm trying to fix the scenes. Hold on, let me see if I can remove, and then I'm gonna add the camera back. Hold on, give me a second, because y'all can still hear me. But something happened with the vertical transitions. Let me see. She come back up. Bro, there's no freaking way. Hold on, bro. I gotta fix it. I was playing with buttons and I was. It is okay. We noting that. If even okay, y'all come back. I want to say. Hold on, give me a second. I'll be back in like. I'm gonna end it and I'm gonna see if I can fix it, and then I'll be back in like a minute. But hey, Sha, come back in like literally. I'm literally about to come back on. Um, the best doctor, yeah, I've experienced it. So you heard my story. I broke my hair off twice and I brought it back twice, right? But I can read y'all's comments for the ones that have been here. You already heard my explanation. I'm gonna be back in like literally a minute. Give me a second. But Miss Jones, who was that? I want y'all to come back. So follow me and then come back. Follow me and then come back, okay? And because I'm about to come back live. I don't know what happened, but I'm probably gonna put on a horizontal screen because the vertical one has been giving me too many problems. But y'all come back.